Most people are working hard, chasing goals, and trying to make it. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Many of them are following a version of success that was never designed for real happiness. They achieve things, yet still feel empty. They get results, but lose peace. So what's going wrong? The problem is not effort. The problem is the definition of success they are following. And once you see this clearly, everything starts to change. Today we will talk about you're following the wrong version of success. So, before we start, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. 10. Society defines success for you. From a very young age, success is already programmed into your mind. You're told it looks like money, status, achievements, and recognition. School, media, and society all reinforce the same message. This is what making it looks like. The problem is, you never really stop to question it. You never ask, do I actually want this version of success? So you start chasing a path that was designed for you, not chosen by you. Years go by, and you may realize you've been running after something that never fully matched who you are in the first place. 9. Achievement without fulfillment feels empty. You can achieve everything you thought you wanted and still feel incomplete. That's because achievement and fulfillment are not the same thing. Achievement is external, it's numbers, results, and visible success. Fulfillment is internal, it's peace, meaning, and emotional satisfaction. When you only focus on results, you might look successful from the outside, but feel empty on the inside. This is where many people get confused. They think reaching a goal will fix everything. But when the goal is achieved, the emptiness still remains. Because what they were really missing was not success, it was meaning. 8. You start living for validation. When success is defined the wrong way, your focus slowly shifts from living your life to proving your life. You start measuring your worth based on external feedback, likes, money, titles, approval, and comparison with others. Instead of asking yourself what actually matters to you, you start asking what looks impressive to other people. Over time, this creates a dangerous pattern where your identity depends on how others see you. And the more you rely on validation, the less connected you become to your own thoughts, values, and direction. 7. You keep moving the goalpost. One of the biggest traps in the wrong version of success is that it never feels finished. You set a goal, you work hard, and you achieve it, but instead of feeling satisfied, your mind immediately creates a new target. Something bigger, something more impressive, something further away. This creates a cycle where success is always just ahead of you, never in your hands. You are constantly chasing, but never arriving. And because there is no real endpoint, peace keeps getting postponed into the future. 6. Burnout becomes normal. When success is only defined by constant achievement, rest starts to feel like laziness. Slowing down feels like falling behind. So people keep pushing themselves even when they are mentally and physically exhausted. They ignore fatigue because they believe stopping means failure. Over time, this lifestyle doesn't feel extreme anymore. It starts to feel normal. Burnout becomes part of the routine instead of a warning sign. And when rest feels wrong, recovery never happens properly. 5. You ignore what actually feels right. Many people stay on paths that look successful from the outside, even when something inside them feels off. They ignore discomfort, intuition, and internal signals because the external picture looks good. They think, this is what success is supposed to look like, so I should continue. But slowly, that disconnect builds up. On paper, everything seems fine, but internally, life feels heavier and less aligned. The more you ignore what feels right, the more disconnected you become from your own direction. 4. Comparison replaces clarity. Instead of defining success for themselves, Many people start using others as a reference point. They look at someone else's life and adjust their goals based on that. But comparison doesn't give clarity, it removes it. Because now you are not building your own path, you are reacting to someone else's. You are constantly shifting direction based on what you see around you. And when your direction depends on comparison, you never feel stable or satisfied because there is always someone ahead of you. 3. You confuse busyness with progress. One of the biggest traps in the wrong version of success is believing that being busy automatically means you are moving forward. When your days are packed, your schedule is full, and you are constantly doing something, it feels like progress is happening. You feel productive just because you are always occupied. But activity is not the same as real progress. You can stay busy from morning to night and still not move closer to anything meaningful. The problem is lack of clarity. When you don't know what truly matters, your effort gets scattered in different directions. You are working, but not building. You are moving, but not necessarily advancing. And when energy is spread across too many things, the results become inconsistent and unclear. Real progress is not defined by how much you do in a day. It is defined by whether what you are doing is actually moving you towards something important. Sometimes doing less, but with focus and intention, is far more powerful than being constantly busy without direction. 2. You lose connection with yourself. When you spend too long chasing a version of success that was never truly yours, something subtle starts to happen. You slowly lose connection with yourself. At first, it's not obvious. You are still working, still moving, still chasing goals. But over time, you stop checking in with what you actually want. You stop asking real questions like, does this feel right for me? Or, am I even happy doing this? Instead, you start operating on autopilot. You follow expectations, trends, comparisons, and external pressure without thinking deeply about it. Life becomes reactive instead of intentional. You are no longer choosing your direction. You are simply responding to whatever is in front of you. And the further this continues, the more distant you feel from your own thoughts, values, and instincts. Eventually, even basic clarity becomes harder to find because you've spent so long ignoring your inner voice that it starts to feel quiet. 1. Real success feels simple, not forced. Real success doesn't feel like constant pressure or an endless chase. It doesn't feel like you are fighting yourself every single day just to keep going. Instead, it feels like alignment. It happens when your daily life matches your values, not just society's expectations or external definitions of success. You are still working, you are still facing challenges, and you are still growing, but it doesn't feel like a battle against your own life. There is less resistance, less confusion, and more clarity in your direction. You are not constantly trying to escape your present or chase a different future. You are simply moving forward in a way that feels natural and meaningful to you. And that is the real difference. What do you think about our video? Let me know in the comments below. Before you go, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.